Alright, I made a video a couple days ago talking about the surge foil market and how crazy it went. And the video itself went crazy as well, and everyone was like, oh, you gotta do a follow-up. And of course, the market itself has been batshit crazy the past couple of days too. So we're gonna do that today. We're gonna go ahead and follow up on the last video. If you guys haven't seen it, I broke down the market trends and the surge foils. I was right on some stuff, I was wrong on some stuff, and some stuff was just straight up impossible to predict. But let's get into the video. If you guys do enjoy, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Click the bell icon if you want to be notified when new videos are posted. You know the drill by now. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. And thank you to everyone who has taken the time to interact and subscribe. I love you all. Now, let's talk about the surge foil market. And let's start with some familiar points that we were at the other day, because I think it's going to be very important. We talked about how a lot of cards in surge foil were starting to spike. And I said there's a possibility that we'll see more follow suit, but also, like, don't go crazy. Don't buy with FOMO. Like, the market might balance itself out, etc. Well, that has not yet happened. For example, Vincent Valentine, at the time we did this video the other day, I don't even know how far, I don't think you can really go much farther back, right? But let's just, for example, it hit a low of like 34 for the surge foil, which is fine. Now it's 93, 94, which is batshit crazy, by the way. But it has been selling. There have been sold listings. I have a buddy who sold his on eBay at 95, 85, something like that. It went right away. This card is up like $60+, and this is the lower end of surge foil spikes that we've seen, by the way. I just have the whole surge foil page pulled up here on TCG Player right now. We're going to look at a couple of examples together, specifically because some of them are just, like I said, absolutely unbelievable. Tifo is down to, like, I don't know, 93. Now she's at 180 as everyone goes after this stuff on the market. Just kind of wild. Lightning, surge foil. I talked about this card the other day in the video, and it was 110, and I said, if you want to get Lightning and you're willing to pay that, this is probably the lowest opportunity you're going to have to get it. Now it's at 335. So in the span of 4 days, 5 days, whenever I posted that video, this card has tripled in price. I don't like to be right sometimes, but you know what I mean? I'm going to pat myself on the back. I did tell you that this was the good one to pick up if you needed to. And yeah, it's just not, it went absolutely crazy. I don't know if anyone could have predicted that, but it's up a lot, and a lot of stuff that I said the other day just seems to be not true. Let's look, for example, at this card, Prompto Argentum. Card's not worth much at all, and it was like $1 the other day, and now the surge foil at the cheapest is $12.50. So anything surge foil right now is getting swept up in this wave of people trying to buy it out, and I don't know if some of it's targeted and some of it's not, if it's just that people are realizing how unlikely they are to actually pull the surge foils, and so they're starting to disappear off the market with no stock to replenish them. I thought it was type of market manipulation early, but seeing the amount of actual sales in both places, that wouldn't really financially make a lot of sense. Even if people were selling cards to their buddies or whatever, with the fees and shit you're going to be eating over cards like this, I don't think it's worthwhile. I think it's a genuine thing with this set just being as popular as it is, and people being like, man, I really have to get my Final Fantasy stuff. I really want to get this stuff, and it's just going crazy. I mean, the Wandering Minstrel, I have a Commander deck coming out for this very soon. I purchased this card for $16 the other day, or $17 and change. It is $85 at the cheapest now. I don't know if this card should be worth $85, but the last sale was $61 and change, which means someone is paying that amount. And this card, which is still kind of unproven, going up that much is just an example of how wild these surge foils are. It's just, it's crazy, and I don't know how to predict where it's going to go. My brain says it's going to go down eventually. The market's going to correct itself, but will the stock even exist to replenish it, or are we talking about a situation where that's just not going to be a thing? Ishtola is $700. So this was like $380 or something the other day, maybe like $480. And I said, that's peak. I said, it's going to start to move down, I think. And maybe it was like as low as like $420 at one point. Now it's, you know, all day selling it. We got sales, most recent sale at $500. We've got confirmed sales over $600. I mean, what are you supposed to say? Yeah, look at these sales. $700 with a picture. $700. This is flying off the shelves. This is a $700 card because it's a cat girl. And Magic players are horny. That's the reality of the situation. Final Fantasy collectors. I don't know. Maybe it's not Magic players. But I would be willing to guess that both are true. Sephiroth is $725 for the surge foil. It's beautiful. It's an amazing card. It's technically the most expensive card in the whole set, and it's selling around that price. And nobody can find collector boosters. I mean, I found a few at Target. I got lucky with a couple restocks and stuff. But I mean, once they're gone, they're gone. And I don't think we're going to see a large supply of these just existing on the shelves. I really don't. But I don't know. I don't even know what to tell you in terms of how this market is going, because everything in my brain says it has to collapse, but none of that has happened yet. And we are seeing crazy price breaks on every single surge foil card. I mean, I was looking at one yesterday that I thought looked kind of cool. It was Dion, I think it was. The Dion surge foil. I'm just going to search it live. We're having a casual chat here. Dion surge foil. I mean, this card was down to like 18 the other day, and now this, I don't believe this is real, because this has been here for days. It's at like 40 plus, and this card like is decent, but wasn't even in high demand. So if even the lower end surge foils are spiking that much, at some point as the confirmed sales continue to happen, it's not as easy to just look at it and be like, oh yeah, this was just like one person making a sale. Like, these sales are happening. People are buying them. And people are spending a lot of money on them. And Cloud, $500. This card's broke. Imagine playing you need 4 of this for standard or whatever. I don't know how many you'd play. It's an equipment card, though. I'm sure it's got uses somewhere in some constructed format that's not just Commander. But it's Cloud. It's people love Cloud. That's what we're dealing with here. So, Surge Foil market is wild. I am not making any more predictions. Let's say a Furion, one last card. I pulled this card the other day. It was like 10, 12 bucks. Now it's 96. And again, most recent sale, 96. So this is not an exclusive situation. You can see the spikes, right? So you'll see how people bought them out. They went up to 30. They went up to, only one is sold at 96. But that's all that takes for people to look at it and say, okay, well, that one's sold, so I'll list another one, blah, blah, blah. Even if the card does settle out as it should, it's still going to settle out way higher than it would have before. And these cards are just nuts, man. It's absolutely wild. It really is. We're going to look a little bit elsewhere, though. These Yoshitaka arts, these exclusive artworks, there were 10 of them. Whoo, are these cards going wild? $57 for Terra. She's been fairly expensive, I think, regardless, just because she's really good. But the foils are almost 200. It goes to 230 pretty quickly. If we look at the sales data, I mean, foils are selling all day. One sold at 296. I don't know what happened there. Maybe there's a TCG Direct somebody grabbed. But, I mean, they're selling all day long for, a very popular card. Kefka. I pulled this. I had the foil one. It was cool. Cards, I sold it for $75 the day before the set officially released because I was like, oh, everybody's going to want that. My buddy wanted it, so I hooked him up. 50, and then we've got, let's see, 185 on the foil. And I know they're hard to pull. I pulled mine of a play booster. I was genuinely shocked. But we're seeing this happen with all of these, and it's crazy. It's just, this is unprecedented. Vivi's up a ton. Vivi's at $55, down from, like, I don't know, it hit as low as, like, I don't know, this graph is misleading. There were some as low as, like, 42, 43. But this is just going back up, and last sale, 57. I mean, it's almost $60. And I know Vivi's really good and is going to have a lot of play in multiple formats, but there's so many other versions of Vivi that I thought people would find more popular. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Buster Sword just continues to defy trends here. It is $50 plus for the regular one and about $65 for the foil. The borderless one is well over $100, and I think almost into the $180 to $200 for the borderless foil. I mean, it's just kind of, there's no rhyme or reason anymore. Nothing makes sense. Bahamut, again, way up, $30. It was down to like 23 at one point. Now it's going back the other direction. Its borderless version is wild at over, basically, it says 95, basically 100 after tax when all is said and done, down from 60. Hugely popular card. It's all trending up. Everything, every single mythic, every rare, it's all going crazy. And it's just not sustainable, but it's happening every single day. And I don't get it. Summon Knights of Round, another really good mythic in the set. Borderless up to about $50, about 70 on the foil. Another card that was like 25, and I was like, oh, that's pretty good. Like, the Borderless is worth a good bit, and now it's up a ton. Even the regular Knights of Round has value. But anything that's a mythic in the set, essentially, I mean, there's some bad ones for sure. Regular Cloud's almost $40. It's good, so I'm not shocked. Traveling Chocobo, all of them are kind of solidly in the $1,300 range now for the blue. Whereas there was a point where they were lower, quote unquote, but we've got sales in the $1,300 range. I think that even some of the other ones starting to sell. The pink one's going up. I mean, guys, this is just craziness, is what it is. And there's really no way to. I don't even know how to advise or give any my thoughts on the market right now beyond this. Because, like, I want to say don't buy this stuff, right? I want to say wait. And then I'm like, well, I thought waiting was the idea for those surge foils the other day, and now they've tripled. I don't even know if it makes sense to wait, but it has to, because there's just no way you can justify some of these prices, and nothing that you need that badly, and it's something you could just get another version of or whatever for most of these cards. I mean, some like Bahamut and Cloud, those are just spiking, and it sucks because there's no cheap versions, but I mean, you need to get a Chocobo you want to play, it's like $30. You don't have to worry about spending $1,300. But these surge foils, but people who are diehard collectors and who really want this stuff are gonna be putting their money into it. I just didn't think it was gonna go to the level it's gone, which is just crazy to me. It truly is crazy. I mean, this card, I had this in my bulk box with like all the other stuff I pulled. Now it's like 14, 15. Like, what's happening? I don't know. And this is just like objectively not the most informative video, but it also, like, just looking at the market trends, we're seeing all this movement. This Sephiroth, I mean, $259 for the foil, $95 for the regular one for another alternate art. Like, if you have so much potential to hit well out of the set, but I can tell you, I've opened some collector boosters, and I've had some good ones for sure, but I've also had some absolute dog shit ones, and these don't cost $25 like your regular collector booster, where it's like, oh, if I get one and I lose, it feels bad, but I'll live. Like, this is a big it's a lot of money and to whiff, and that's, of course, the risk of the gamble, as it were. So be aware of that, but I mean, if you can find them at retail, I still think they're worth it. Collector booster packs for this set at retail at $40 or $45 right now are just objectively worth it, because the odds suggest you're likely to get something good that is going to be worth money. And that is not normal, because buying packs is never the move. It's always singles. So that should always be the case even now. But if you are going to rip some packs and you're a fan, and you can get them at retail, I got to tell you, it's certainly not the worst time to do it. It's not. It's definitely not the worst time to do it. And Yuna also it's up a lot, $16 just for the base version. I mean, there are very few mythics you pull out of the set that actually suck. And even if they suck, they have some collectible value. I mean, there are a couple for sure, but I mean, overall, you got a lot to work with here. So I don't know. What do you guys think of the market right now? It's kind of crazy. I'm watching the trends, trying to see exactly where it's all going to fall out. But we've never seen anything like this before. So definitely don't panic buy, obviously, but I would say do research, look at trends. I mean, I wish I had bought I'm glad I bought the Wandering Minstrel the other day, but maybe a good lesson for the future that, like, if a Surge foil or something rare comes out that you like and you see it at a cheap enough price that you'd be comfortable with, like you are physically able to make that money, spend that money, and you justify that in your brain, maybe go for it, because I missed out on a couple, and I think they're going to fall out. I think they have to, probably, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I'll catch you guys next one.